got to tell
Okay,
you.
put that on a note.
Right.
For dropping 5 out of 5. That's one of the topics that we're going to discuss.
I like that. You got your paper ready? I like that.
Alright. Who's next,
Okay,
Queen?
I need to hold on. Okay. Next person coming to the stage, Michael Black.
The floor is yours.
The floor is yours.
Hello? Huh?
Hey.
Hi. No. Hi. Well, that's not hi, I'm Michael. Hi. I've been doing spoken word for about 4 years now, so I guess it's pretty serious. I can't speak for spoken word. But I don't want to put labels on it. Just constrains the relationship. Anyway, I'm going to do a piece tonight. Before I do it, I just wanted to kind of get some context. Anyone familiar with the term the unreliable narrator? Yes. Excellent. For those of you that aren't, just a little bit of backstory. So in literature, the narrator is typically the source of the majority of truth. And so the unreliable narrator is the one that turns that on its head, and you don't really know what to believe. And I kind of took a lot of inspiration just from that idea for this next one, so, or this whole one. So, here we go. She was a sickness, and I was more than happy to come down with. An enigma that seemed to consistently rest between my eyes and my eyelids, flickering like a flame in the recesses of my mind, giving light to the silent films of her simply walking and smiling. Now, one thing was abundantly clear: there was a side of me that I'd never met until I met her. I couldn't live knowing that he exists. I couldn't live knowing that he was the substance and I was this collection of shadows that stood before her. I don't want to live like that anymore. Now, we did eventually become an item, and for some time it was fine. I thought. But then, one fight, 2 nights later, it's done. She's saying a bunch of stuff that don't make any sense. I gave more than adequate defense, that was. Until I realized I wasn't fighting for the relationship. Because it had already ended. All that was needed was for me to accept it, so I stood there and took it. Her bullshit excuses, used to confuse the truth, like a smokescreen to throw me off the scent, instead of simply saying, I'm not feeling it. I watched helplessly as she tore me to pieces. I could have done the same thing, hurled back her imperfections in retaliation to the deformation of my character, but that shit is for children. And besides, even then I never wanted to hurt her. So now I'm here. I'm here existing, so to speak, but burned so badly I can only feel apathy. The dead flesh so deep, the only thing I can feel is the absence of senses felt, realizing this entire time I've been in love with a charade played by a woman too afraid to speak with honesty about the things that trouble her. You see, I agree. We clearly weren't right for each other. But tell me, what the fuck does that fact matter when I'm emotionally attached to a mask? Who can compete with that? See, honestly, I don't miss her. I miss the woman I fell in love with. And the sad part is, only one of them exists. And the other is an ill-conceived creation, a figment of my imagination, left to run rampant to fill the spaces in between what she said and what I thought I heard. I'm in love with perfection. And it doesn't matter that it's a lie. Nothing else will satisfy. So I pour out my soul in an attempt to remove the items that remind me of the lie. I still wish to live, yet lost like a vain attempt to recreate the one serious Jim Carrey role she loved. And the irony isn't wasted on me. When I am done, I review what remains, and I am certain I have ceased to be human. I am neither shadow nor substance, but this amorphous mixture of the two. That's the only explanation for how a dude could actually lose weight while doing nothing but stuffing his face with fast food, binge watching Netflix. That is, of course, in between the times he isn't inducing small comas. They say stress will do that to you. But then I meet you. And I gotta re-inventory. I only got a few pieces left, and I doubt they could ever be enough. And they aren't even enough for me, because you'll see me and imagine the substance that I could be, but you'll fail to see the scars from where I already was, and even when I show you, you'll respond with this optimism of, you'll be back. Better than ever. But I've met him now. We've discussed it. See, we've wasted confidence on naive hypotheticals. I'm sorry. There's no more me to give you.